This week on Council Bluffs News, bring on the competition. Iowa Western teams up with Google to host its 4th annual Anti-Gravity Games, focusing on STEM activities. 50 years in the making, IWCC holds an open house celebrating the golden anniversary of opening its doors. And Jerry Mathiasen joins us to talk about the upcoming Potawatomi Gives fundraising drive in our in-studio interview. That and more, all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper-Blunt. Started in 2012, the Anti-Gravity Games is an event created by Google and Iowa Western Community College. The competition attracts high school students from around the area, allowing them to face off against one another and show off their hard work. The partnership continues.
Google and Iowa Western, we've always had a really great relationship.
Blending education with innovation.
We're partnering with them to create a STEM event where kids can come and they can experience hands-on engineering and they can become comfortable using technology and they can believe that they can see this as a career.
The 4th Google Anti-Gravity Games takes place at the Iowa Western Aviation Center April 30th. Students from area schools compete in the event using quadcopters they made themselves.
Kids build their own drones, put special features on their drones, and they're demonstrating their ability to navigate through a series of barriers and obstacles to go around.
The event began 4 years ago, starting as an idea to get kids interested in technology.
They learn about the electronics, they learn about the avionics, all kinds of engineering and math kinds of problems.
The first competitions had students making rockets to fire. However, last year, organizers decided to change from projectile to something more agile.
But we wanted something that allowed the students to be more creative and do more engineering in the actual, with the actual devices they're competing with.
The event also brings in interest from state government officials, thanks to a growing interest in STEM activities.
We've made a commitment to travel to all 99 counties each and every year, and a lot of times I incorporate the 99 county visit with STEM activities that are taking place in each one of the school districts to highlight the great things that we're doing.
While the competition takes place inside, there's still fun outdoors, with the launching of a weather balloon.
It's something you don't see every day. We wanted to get them excited, wanted them to think outside the box, wanted to think of what they can be part of. That weather balloon can go up to 90,000 feet. And so we're going to get some really cool video from that. And later on when they look at it, they're going to be able to say, oh, I was there when that was launched.
A blast of innovation with hopes that the education continues at Iowa Western.
Number one, they're here on our campus, they're in our aviation building, and then it gives those students an opportunity to work with some of our staff as well as all the staff at Google.
A total of 75 students from 12 schools competed in the Gravity Games. Both Harlan teams received first place recognition. Lewis Central's Titan Strike Back came in second, and Glowin received third place honors. St. Albert and Abraham Lincoln were also part of the competition.
April 29th, Lewis Central High School hosts a 27-team co-ed volleyball tournament. Proceeds go towards the Jenny Edmondson Foundation Cancer Center Linear Accelerator Project.
Today we are doing the first annual Jenny for Jenny indoor co-ed volleyball tournament in memory of Jenny Knudsen-Bergston, who passed away in 2014 from colon cancer at the age of 42. Her 3 daughters, Avery, Allie, and Abby, are all part of the tournament today, as well as her husband, Ben Bergston, who supplied the t-shirts from Midwest Trophy Shop.
The Linear Accelerator is estimated to cost $5 million. According to the Jenny Edmondson Foundation website, the campaign is still seeking roughly $470,000 to go towards the project. To donate, visit gehfoundation.org. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Levi Clifton.
The Council Bluffs Fire Department teams up with the American Red Cross, helping residents with fire prevention. Our coverage kicks off News Around the Bluffs. The biannual smoke detector drive takes place April 29th and 30th. Firefighters go door to door in the Bluffs Acres neighborhood, checking on their existing smoke detectors. If a detector is needed, volunteers install a brand new detector in the home at no cost.
For the most part, people are happy to see us. It's something that you don't necessarily think about. Everyone knows they're supposed to check the smoke detectors, but until we show up, sometimes people don't. And then we find out that the batteries are gone or they're just not working.
Firefighters visit a total of 530 homes during the drive, installing 20 smoke detectors. According to the National Fire Protection Association, nearly 3 of 5 deaths from home fires were the result of no smoke detector in the home. The CB Fire Department recommends residents change the batteries in their detectors every 6 months. Continuing our coverage and news around the Bluffs, here's IWTV students Haley Hughes and Corey McConaughey.
The Council Bluffs Police Department participates in a nationwide drug drop-off. April 30th, people bring extra or unused prescription drugs for correct disposal. The event takes place at over 450 locations in the Midwest, including Walgreens on East Broadway and Council Bluffs.
So right now it's just a little afternoon and we've had over 150 vehicles come through and we have about 10 boxes of prescription drugs that have been surrendered by those vehicles and persons who've walked up to this drop-off area.
The CBPD encourages citizens to take part in the drug drop-off to prevent people from abusing the prescription drug and disposing of them incorrectly. Drugs dropped off are boxed and sent to the Drug Enforcement Agency to be destroyed. For Council Bluffs News, I'm Haley Hughes.
In its third year, the Live Well Council Bluffs Shoe Drive has raked in an estimated 4,250 pairs of shoes. The 3-week donation drive began April 1st and closed April 22nd. CB Parks and Recreation Superintendent Jeff Hubbard says he's pleased with the participation.
I'd like to thank all the volunteers that helped us sort the shoes. We collected them at the Y, at the Restore here at City Hall, and so all those businesses that helped collect all the shoes. And then we had a group of about 5 or 6 people that went down and actually bagged them. Really thank the volunteers and everybody coming together to make this happen.
Hubbard says funds to orgs will give the donated shoes to good causes. Shoes which are still wearable will go to people in 26 developing nations to support small businesses, while those in poor condition will be recycled and used to manufacture other products. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Corey McConaughey.
Coming up on Council Bluffs News, 5 decades in the making. Iowa Western celebrates its 50th anniversary by inviting the community to an open house. And Jerry Mathiasen joins us in our in-studio interview to preview Potawatomi Gives, an upcoming fundraising drive.
$500,000, over $500,000 came back over to Potawatomi County.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology, because saving you time saves you money.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council Bluffs Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
At the Council Bluffs Recycling Center, we're proud of the effort our community makes to help keep Council Bluffs beautiful by participating in our curbside recycling program. Here are some tips to make sure your recyclables are accepted. If you're confused about plastics, we can help. Numbers 1 through 5 plastic food and beverage containers are acceptable. Usually the recycling triangle and the number inside are located on the bottom of containers. Items we don't take include numbers 6 and 7 plastics, styrofoam, or bags of any sort, although we encourage recycling plastic bags inside local grocery stores. Please be sure to check the calendar in our annual mailer or on our website to find out what items will be picked up each week. Blue Week items for your curbside bin include paper, cardboard, and glass containers. Green Week items for your curbside bin include plastic food and beverage containers, tin and aluminum containers, and tin foil. Thank you for helping us keep Council Bluffs beautiful.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Zach Harper Blunt, joined in studio by Jerry Mathiasen, the president and CEO of the Potawatomi County Community Foundation. Jerry, thank you for joining us here today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Coming up towards the end of the month is Potawatomi Gives. Can you talk a little about what that is?
Potawatomi Gives is a local grassroots effort for people to give to charities around the area. It's on May 25th, and there's a variety of charities that are participating, And I'm happy to say a record number from Potawatomi County, a record number of 80 agencies are going to be involved in Potawatomi Gives, where people can contribute on May 25th to a variety of organizations.
And this is its second year, right?
Right. Potawatomi Gives has been involved in 2 years. We came up with Potawatomi Gives because there was an Omaha Gives, but there were only like 30-some Potawatomi County agencies involved. When Potawatomi County Community Foundation said, hey, we'll get involved and let's start a Potawatomi Gives, it's associated with the Omaha Gives and the Omaha Community Foundation, but it's an opportunity for people to link straight into those Potawatomi County charities, and it started off with like 30, like I said, and now it's up to a record 80.
So it's really grown just in that, heading into its second year.
It has, and to give your viewers a little idea of how much money comes in, back when there were like 30, 35 some agencies involved, less than $200,000 came back over to the charities in Potawatomi County. Last year, over $500,000, over $500,000 came back over to Potawatomi County. So this year we're anticipating hopefully even more.
And how is it that when somebody donates for this, how is it that, do they get a specific, choose what specific nonprofit it goes to, or is it kind of distributed out evenly?
Very good question. What happens is a person can go to, well, they can go to the Potawatomi County Community Foundation website or the Omaha Gives website, and they can go right into the Omaha Gives or Potawatomi Gives link, and right away the 80 agencies will come up and they can choose whoever they want to give to. It's really a neat grassroots way of philanthropy. They can do it by debit, credit, or they can even do e-checks.
Oh, okay. And then before we go, just from the last year and all the organizations that were in the first Potawatomi Gives, what were some of the things they said about it?
Oh, they were very positive about it because it was an opportunity where the local Potawatomi County charities didn't get lost in the 700 some that were over in Omaha. This way, if you go to Potawatomi Gives, there's a little icon that has a PG on it, and if somebody hits it, the Potawatomi agencies pop right up in front of them and they can choose which ones they're interested in. So obviously the charities were really enamored with that because it really gave them an opportunity to shine.
Jerry, thank you for joining us here in studio today.
Well, you're welcome, and I hope people take a look at Potawatomi Gives. They can go to ourpccf.org and contribute, look at it now, and contribute on May 25th.
All right, Jerry, once again, thank you. Stay tuned, more Council Bluffs news coming up right after the break.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
1966, the first year daylight savings time was observed. The Rolling Stones released their hit Paint It Black, and the year Iowa Western Community College was established. Since then, the campus has grown into what students see today, and this past weekend, alumni and community members are invited to celebrate the school's 50th anniversary. It reshaped the educational landscape throughout Southwest Iowa.
We had such great need for a college.
And 5 decades later, Iowa Western Community College celebrates its golden anniversary.
It's very special. You know, when you think about an institution being 50 years old, that's a pretty important milestone.
The celebration takes place on campus May 1st, inviting community members and alumni to a luncheon at the Student Center and an open house throughout the campus.
People that haven't been here for about 7, 8 years or 10 years maybe are amazed at how the campus has changed. And when you think about it, there have been some significant changes in the last 10 years or so.
Iowa Western's 50 years of history began in March of 1966 after the State Board of Education granted Council Bluffs the campus, filling a need to the western side of the state.
And when we had this chance for Iowa Western that we could, all those dreams that we had about the other thing could be fulfilled, I think everybody associated with the college and the startup very excited.
Since then, the college has grown into the campus that many see today, with significant development coming under the tenure of Dr. Dan Kinney in the last 20 years.
In 1996, we passed our first bond issue, and we've passed 3 others since then, which have been critical to the growth of the college in having enough and adequate classrooms and labs. And so we've done about $150 million worth of construction since 1994. So it's changed a lot.
Just as impressed as alumni are to see the campus grow, the same can be said for those who are seeing it for the first time.
It just exceeds your expectations when you come here. You talk to the students, and you feel very optimistic about the future of the country and the state when you meet with all these great students.
With the 50th anniversary celebration comes a great acknowledgement and special award for Bob Blumenthal, who's been the college's attorney since day one.
Well, it means to me that we all hung in there together, and I'm very proud of what everybody did that was in the administration and in the board and, of course, of the students.
As for the future of the campus, growth is expected to continue for Iowa Western.
You know, my guess is that, another 20 years there'll be 8,000 or 9,000 students here at Iowa Western, but we'll just have to wait and see how that unfolds.
During the open house, attendees are treated to a band performance at the Arts Center and see the Reavers track team in action. Festivities for the college's anniversary will continue throughout the year, including homecoming week in October. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, IWTV student Daniel Ziegler gives us a look at what's going on around the campus of Iowa Western in this week's Reaver Beat. Then we travel to Midland Humane Society to meet some animals looking for a good home and our pets of the week. And we'll take a look at our weekly events calendar to wrap up the show.
Create new opportunities and expand your knowledge with Iowa Western's continuing and career education.
It was really intimidating to go back to school, but Iowa Western made me really feel like I could do it.
Our goal is to help students achieve success from education to employment.
Learn more, including information on extra benefits for Iowa residents at iwcc.edu/continuing_education.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Hello and welcome to the Weaver Beat. My name is Daniel Ziegler. For over 10 years, Respect, an organization based in Omaha, Nebraska, has been helping decrease abuse and violence. Last week, they held a play on campus. It's something most people don't like talking about.
Drop it. Okay.
Yet, it happens all the time.
I have friends back at home that have gone through this, and I want to help them out in different ways.
Wednesday, April 27th, dating violence takes center stage during a play at the Student Center.
We really want people to know what the red flags and the warning signs are of dangerous and unhealthy relationships.
The performance is put on by nonprofit organization Respect, and following the play, an open Q&A session for those in attendance.
To get things started, I wanted to ask you guys, what did you see in the play?
Some students even get a chance to role play on stage.
Oh yes, it was very interesting going through like the emotion of what can really happen in a situation.
Situations that all too often end in violence.
One of the goals of all of our programming is to provide people with the tools to talk about problem situations and then resources that they can turn to and to know that there are places to reach out if they're in crisis.
At Iowa Western, that place is Ashley Hall, room 170, the office of Emily O'Rourke, a mental health practitioner on campus.
I provide brief, free, and confidential counseling for Iowa Western students.
The services are for any number of problems or concerns, including the subject on this evening, dating violence.
There's really no right or wrong way. Just as long as they can get to my door, I'll take it from there.
Respect does over 300 presentations a year. Learn more about Respect at respectyourall.org. Next up, find out how Iowa Western is preserving water and how a flash mob gave people at the Welcome Center a surprise.
These are not ordinary drinking fountains. These are saving the planet one plastic bottle at a time. Iowa Western is allowing people to use their own refillable drinking containers at installed water stations. The project began 9 months ago, and so far, over 38,000 plastic bottles have been saved.
Back in the fall of 2015, we ordered water stations to be put in, which helps for employees to bring in or students to bring in like water bottles to be filled up, and so that we're not using plastic water bottles and throwing them away and polluting the atmosphere.
There are currently 8 stations on Iowa Western's campus. A water challenge encouraging students and staff to drink more H2O is currently being discussed as a tool to promote the stations next fall. For the Weaver Beat, I'm Bowen Peterson.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like if people broke out in spontaneous song? Thursday, April 28th, members of the Iowa Western Choir gave a surprise performance at the Welcome Center.
It was fun to get to utilize one of the new pieces that we're working on and put it into performance early as a flash mob.
The performance was also used to promote the Iowa Western Vocal Concert coming up on May 7th at the Arts Center.
Iowa Western Spring Commencement is set for Saturday, May 14th at 10 a.m. The ceremony will take place in Canesville Arena with a live broadcast by CBTV 17 airing on Cox Channel 17 in Council Bluffs and online at cbtv17.com. Helping students prepare for finals, Iowa Western is offering Relaxation Week to ease the tension of the student body. One event sure to help is the movie showing of the hit movie Zootopia, Wednesday, May 4th at 8:30. The screening will take place on the front lawn of Suites 1. This event is free for Iowa Western students. More information on Relaxation Week can be found in the Rock portal.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Weaver Beat. Check back in next time for more news around campus. I'm Daniel Ziegler.
Hello, I'm Terry Gatch Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. Our first little guy here is Jack. He's a feisty little Shepherd Husky mix. His file number is 20076. This is Oscar. Oscar's file number is 20039. He's a Rat Terrier mix, and he is 12 years old, so he'll need some TLC. His owners gave him up last week because they could no longer care for him. but he's a great little dog and he'd be great with someone with a fenced yard. He does like other dogs, but he's very selective and not sure about cats and no children. Again, Oscar's file number is 20039. This little girl is Clementine, and her file number is 18410. She was found as a stray on 35th Avenue last week. Again, this is Clementine. She's a sweet little cat. She's in with a cat colony of 4 other cats and gets along great. She's not fond of dogs, and she likes older children. Again, this is Clementine 18410. These 2 little parakeets came in a couple of weeks ago. We do not know the gender, but one is a yellow and one is a beautiful blue color. Parakeets make wonderful pets for children. The file numbers are 20085 and 20087 if you'd like to come in and adopt these little birds. They're a lot of fun. They have a beautiful whistle to them. And if you're interested in any of the animals that you've seen on today, please come down to Midlands Humane Society at 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs.
Now time for our weekly events calendar. The Mayor's Prayer Breakfast takes place Thursday, May 5th at the Hoy Kolnowski Funeral Home. In observance of National Day of Prayer, you can enjoy breakfast starting at 6:30 and prayer at 7. More information is available at facebook.com/National Day of Prayer Council Bluffs. The Main Street Farmers Market kicks off on Thursday, May 5th on the 100 block of West Broadway. From 5 to 8, you'll be able to see arts and crafts, entertainment, and purchase fresh produce. More information is available at facebook.com/Main Street Market CB. The River City Farmers Market kicks off from its new location at the Center May 7th. From 8 to 1, fresh produce, baked goods, and other merchandise will be available. Parking is free and will be open through October. And the Mid-American Center hosts the 19th Annual Champagne and Diamonds Benefit Auction Saturday, May 7th. Starting at 4, attendees will be able to enjoy food and beverages and see coverage of the Kentucky Derby. More details are available at themicahhouse.org. Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. CBTV is always looking for your feedback. You can send questions or comments to cbtv@iwcc.edu, call 712-325-3312, or you can find us on social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Just search CBTV17. Remember to keep it here for the latest scores and updates for local sports in your community by tuning in to the Bluff Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Zach Harper-Blunt.